Hey guys, Remy here with your third stimulus check update and stimulus package update for Friday, March 5th. Wow, what a crazy day in the Senate. Not only did they vote out the $15 minimum wage, they agreed to the new restrictions of the stimulus checks where the income thresholds are lower now, which means about 16 million Americans are not going to get a stimulus check this time. And on top of all of this, they're also looking to lower the unemployment boost from $400 down to $300, but with a catch that might make it a wash. This is interesting, so let's get to all the details right after you please hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I found this article that lays out most of the major points I want to discuss here, and I will add my own commentary as usual. Please let me know in the comments if you're liking this new format of my videos lately. Alright, let's jump right into it. So, Senate Democrats have agreed to cut weekly unemployment insurance supplement in their $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief bill, but extend it for a longer period of time. This is the interesting part, and there's more. However, reports indicated Democratic Senator Joe Manchin of West Virginia was reluctant to back the policy, which threw the chamber into chaos Friday and delayed his party's efforts to pass the legislation. The first in a long series of votes, a failed effort by independent Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont to include a $15 per hour minimum wage, was still ongoing after 6 hours as senators decided how to proceed. Manchin was reportedly considering supporting a plan from Senator Rob Portman. The GOP lawmakers' amendment would set a $300 per week unemployment supplement through July 18th, only July. A shorter duration, a much shorter duration than Democrats seek. Democrats aim to make their change to unemployment programs Friday during a marathon of votes on amendments known as a votorama that's happening right now. Senator Tom Carper was set to propose the plan. The amendment would maintain the federal jobless benefit supplement at the current $300 per week level rather than increase it to $400 as a House-passed bill did. The change would keep the policy in place through September rather than end it on August 29th as the House plan did. The proposal would also make the first $10,200 in unemployment insurance untaxed. The provision aims to prevent surprise tax bills for beneficiaries. So there's a lot to unpack here. So first of all, they wanted to make the unemployment boost at $300 and only include it up to July 18th. So this is not going to happen. This was just a proposal and it's not going to happen. And now what they are agreeing to do is to drop it from $400 to $300 per week up to the end of August 29th, and I also read somewhere else that it might go all the way up to October 4th. So it's still, it's still being decided there. But the key point here is that the proposal would also make the first $10,200 of this unemployment insurance untaxed. Remember, the unemployment insurance money, everything that you got last year, the $600, the $300 that you got from President Trump's executive order, and the $300 that you got from this $900 billion stimulus bill that passed in December, all this money is taxable. So this year, when you file your taxes, don't be surprised that when you see a tax bill for the unemployment money you collected last year. It might be a large number, so I hope you factor that in and you knew that from before. The stimulus checks, on the other hand, are not taxable. So please be aware of that. So what they're looking here to do is for the first $10,200 that we would get from this bill. I don't think this goes retroactive. I really don't think so. So this is from this bill, whatever money, unemployment insurance boost that you get from March 14th onward until the end of August or end of September or maybe up to October 4th. All this money, the first $10,200 will not be taxed. So I think this would cover the difference between the $300 to the $400. I'm not sure. You gotta do the calculation, see what your tax bracket is, how much you would have been taxed on this $10,200. But I really think it might end up being a wash at the end of the day, especially if they extend it to end of September and not just the end of August. So at the end of the day, the unemployment benefit will be the same for you after taxes and everything. So that's one major change that they're going to vote on soon. So the change to unemployment aid appeared to be an attempt to appease disparate members of the Democratic caucus. The party cannot lose a vote and still win a simple majority. The baseline needed under budget reconciliation in the chamber split evenly by party. So we know that. Now, cutting the unemployment benefit by $100 per week appeared to be a concession to the most conservative Democrats. Party leaders already agreed to limit the number of people who would get $1,400 direct payments because Manchin and others had concerns about how the checks were targeted. So the whole thing about the stimulus checks not going to individuals making over $80,000 or married couples filing jointly over $160,000, that's already been agreed on, and it seems like the progressives in the House who like, threw a fit yesterday and said, "Oh, this is ridiculous. It's going to prevent $16 million people from getting any more checks." The fit was for one day, and now it seems like even they agreed to it. So everyone is on board with that in the Senate and in the House, and we know that Joe Biden completely supports this limiting of the stimulus checks. So right now, the $1,400 will go to individuals making $75,000 or less, and will phase out up to only $80,000. Then anyone making $80,000 and above, as individuals, get zero. For married couples filing jointly, 150,000 or less, you get the full check. Phase out until 160,000, and then complete cutoff $160,000 and above, you get nothing. That's just the way it is right now. Then the extension of extra jobless benefits was also expected to appeal to senators led by Democrat Ron Wyden of Oregon, who worried about millions of Americans suddenly losing financial support when the jobless benefit programs expired in August. Provisions that providing a boost to unemployment benefits and extending eligibility for them lapsed once last summer. Congress did not renew them until December. Wyden has called to tie the jobless aid to economic conditions so that it does not expire before the economy recovers. In opposing the relief bill, some Republicans have contended a $400 per week unemployment boost would discourage people from returning to work. They made the same argument when lawmakers approved a $600 per week supplement last year, but some research suggests that the policy would not have a major effect on people deciding to seek jobs. This is the good old argument from the first, stimulus package where Republicans were upset at the $600 per week unemployment boost, which was on top of what you would get from the state, that they said that this would discourage people from going out back to work. And in some cases it did, because remember, back then they did a study where the bottom 20% of people who were getting the $600 per week, they were making double what they made in lost wages before they lost their jobs. Double. And they said about 65, if I remember correctly, anywhere between 60 to 70% were making more than what they made from their lost wages. So they had an argument there. So I don't know. But the $400 now being cut to $300 is not horrible, especially if they factor in the first $10,200 you make to be untaxed. So it might even out at the end of the day. So now Democrats aim to approve their latest rescue package before March 14th. This is the deadline now, the day when the current $300 per week unemployment benefit expires. However, the delays Friday threatened its quick passage as the deadline approaches. Senate Democrats hope to pass the bill by this weekend. Republicans can drag out the process as they face no limit on the number of amendments they can offer to the plan. The House aims to approve the Senate version of the plan by next week and send it to President Joe Biden to sign into law. So this is where we stand right now. And yeah, I mean, Republicans are doing whatever they can to stall and delay. They had, I think one senator had them read the entire, 500, 600, 700 page bill, just sit there and read it the whole time on the Senate floor. It lasted hours and hours, and maybe most of the people were not there. I think at one point there was maybe one senator there, maybe sometimes there was no one there. So just a way, they have these rules where they have to abide by it when someone recommends something, and that's what they did. They read the entire bill last night, and now they're going to process the votorama where they can do these amendments, unlimited amendments. They can keep proposing new ideas and new things and vote on it, and that should last somewhere between like 10 to 15 hours or 15 to 20 hours, which should end tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon when the Senate is supposed to be voting on this. So Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said they were going to do whatever they can and work through the whole weekend to make sure they pass this on time. So the idea here for the Senate to finally do all these changes and put it in the bill as text and pass it in the Senate and then send it back to the House. And the representatives in the House already are on board. They seem to agree with everything. I mean, they don't love everything that's happening, but they agree to it and they said they'll support it. So pass it in the Senate, send it to the House next week, and then finally to Joe Biden. I think it will happen. From what it looks like, I think it will finally happen. we'll have to wait and see a March 14th deadline. So this is all I have for you in today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, found it useful and informative. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. Please hit the like button on the video, share this video with your friends and family, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click that notifications bell to be notified whenever I publish new videos and new content for you. And also make sure to check the links in the description below for the Yara savings account and the Webull investment. A lot of free money possibility there, so make sure to check them out. Thank you guys again for watching. Please stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you in the next video.